Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Dude here. So, I've been trying out the new James Bond game 007 First Light because everybody is praising it. It's got a lot of positive reviews on Steam, and every reviewer on YouTube is saying that it's an amazing game. Now, I had my doubts. I saw a lot of reviews and footage, and it couldn't convince me to buy this game. I'll tell you why. The graphics don't look that good, especially for a 2026 game, and nobody is talking about this. The gameplay seems very old fashioned, there's nothing new here. I know a lot of older games that are a lot more fun and innovative to play. And that's because all of the modern games that I've been playing were a huge disappointment, and they were also recommended by all the reviewers on YouTube and all positive comments on Steam. And yeah, including Resident Evil 9. Now, I had a lot of fun playing that game, the first playthrough, but the second one got stale very fast. So I didn't have the urge to unlock everything like the previous Resident Evil games. They were a lot of fun to replay, but Resident Evil 9, no, not that much actually. And it's also very scripted, so you can't really have fun in it. And it was the same story with Forza Horizon 6. Just everybody said this game is amazing, best racing game ever, but it isn't. Maybe for gamers that haven't played any other racing games, then yeah, maybe then. But I think people think this game is great because it's got their favorite cars, Nissan GTR, Toyota Supra, and it's in Japan. And I think that's the only reason. And the graphics look amazing. I have to admit that. Now, I'm not saying these games are crap. No, far from it. These games can be a lot of fun. But because everybody is saying that these games are simply amazing and you have to play them, that will raise my enthusiasm and my standards. And then when I play it, it's a huge disappointment because my standards are now way higher than they should be. And yeah, that's because everybody is hyping these games up way too much. Or maybe I'm just getting too old for modern games. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, here's my honest review for 007 First Light. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, I wanted to hate this game because I simply didn't like what I saw. The gameplay didn't look that fun and the graphics look horrible to me. But I've tried it anyway, and I was able to give it a honest chance. So first, the graphics. Let's put it into 4K and put VSync on. And then there aren't really that much of graphical options in this game. So I've just put everything to ultra. We'll see how much FPS we will get with my 9070 XT. And also, there aren't any ray tracing options in this game. I'm surprised by that. Now for the camera post effects, just turn everything off, especially motion blur. That just makes the game look worse. Same for film grain effect. I don't get it why they put those options into a game. And yeah, that's about it, so let's play. Now, not a single reviewer showed this, but it's actually the best part. It explains why James Bond is so young in this game. He was actually doing something else in a different company for a mission, but his helicopter got shot down, and then he's on this island and he has to do stuff, and he did such a great job, they decided to train him to be the next 007. And I also have to say that I was really impressed when I saw these graphics. This looks amazing. I don't know why all the other footage looked so bad. Is it because it was recorded on an Xbox or PlayStation, or Did they use too much upscaling on their PC? I turned it off. I always want to play in native 4K. And don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything about the story, because the story is actually pretty great. So after that action-packed first mission, you go on to the training grounds, get to know everybody, and it's done in a very fun way. Like, look at this. This is unedited, but this is how they learn you how to play the game and how they train you.
Pretty solid for a first run.
Not too shabby. Get to the flag as fast as you can.
2 weeks. Tick tock. Come on.
Want to get a move on? Well, that didn't take too long.
Hit 3 targets. Who you belong with. Wasn't bad. Now, add an attack to that. Give me 100. 1, 2, 3.
Course requirement is 30 seconds or less. Get to the flag.
So you get the idea. That was unedited. That's actually how the game went. It's a mix of cutscenes and fast gameplay to get you up to speed, but don't worry, there are longer training missions, and that's how you get to know your team, because you're not playing alone, you're playing with a team. I also like that. That's a bit more realistic. But it was when I went from the dark first mission to these training grounds that were very bright, that's when I saw, ooh, the graphics look a bit worse now. Maybe that's because there isn't any ray tracing in the game, so everything looks plasticky and very unrealistic. But other than that, it's actually fun to play. So there we go. I wanted to hate this game, and I actually like it because it's a fun story and it's actually pretty fun to play. But if you expect a big open sandbox like they've promised, because it's like the Hitman games, it isn't. It's pretty much on rails, and you have a bit of an open ground. You have a bit of choices to make which path you're going to take, but overall it's all going to end the same way. So you have a little bit of freedom in the choice how you are going to your target. You have different paths, but it's all going to end in the same way. And they've also promised it was going to be like an adventure with beautiful cutscenes like in Uncharted, but that game has way better graphics and also a way better story, so it's not really like that. So you see, that's what happens when you hype everything up. You just get disappointed. But I did have fun, so it isn't a big waste of time, but it is also pretty expensive. I don't know if it's worth that kind of money, $70 maybe when it's in a discount, and I would give the game a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Oh, and apparently you can't see the FPS because my AMD software doesn't record the overlay, but in native 4K with a 9070 XT you get about 55 FPS, and when you use upscaling on quality, then you will get about 90 to 100 FPS, and when you put frame generation also on, you get over 140 FPS. So yeah, it's pretty good optimization here in this game. Oh, and I've also tried the new Lego Batman game, because I love Lego and I also love Batman, so you would assume that I would love this game, but it's completely the opposite of 007's game, because these graphics are truly amazing. You can actually see the texture of the plastic on everything, and it's even got impressive ray tracing in it, even though it doesn't have the option for ray tracing. It's all implemented in the engine, and it's pretty fun to play, but it's not as fun as the previous Lego games that I've played. It's also not as funny, but still, I can see that little children would have a lot of fun playing this. I think I'm getting a bit too old for these games, but still, if you have some leftover time and some leftover money, could be fun to play this. It looks gorgeous anyway, so that's something. And you actually have a very big city in this game, so a lot more freedom in this game than 007. So it's completely the opposite. And normally I would love this game, but I don't love it as much as 007. There you go. I know, it even surprised me. I thought it would be the other way around. But in terms of the story, I thought that this game would be different sections with all the different Batmans, but it isn't. It's bits and pieces of everything and then mixed together in a story, and it goes very fast over it. Like the first minutes are from the story from 1989, Batman with the pearls and his parents get killed, and then a few minutes later we are in the Dark Trilogy story on the training grounds with the Shadow League, and then half hour later we're in the Batcave with the newest Batman. So it goes very fast over it, but you can unlock all the costumes and all the cars, but it's just completely different than what I thought it would be. And no matter which graphic options you choose, the game will always look great, and it also runs great on the 9070 XT. With everything on max settings, you will get just under 60 FPS, and if you put some AI upscaling in there, it's easy to get over 100 FPS. And if you also activate frame generation, I almost got 200 FPS. So yeah, runs great, looks great. Yeah, so that was my review for these two games. So anyway, have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and maybe subscribe. Bye! Oh, and you have to watch this. It was pretty fun to do. It's a reference to the Batman from the 60s.
Happy birthday. Let's talk before fixing. Hey! Who's that? Where'd they come from? Should we call Mr. Falcone? Uh-oh. What do we do? Simple. Blend in. This is how Batman begins. To dance.
You fling a pretty mean cake, stranger.
Where did giant bat learn to dance?
Watch and learn, young people.
Now there's a cop who knows how to be on the beat.
You dance a little too well for a cop. Suspicious.
His costume's not as good as his pals, but he moves real good.
Time for the big finish, Gordon.
Oh, I wish we had time to rehearse this.